Hello everybody and welcome. Today we have our final league phase match in the Champions League as we try and secure a playoff spot. Hello and welcome to episode 34 of Where Eagles Dare as we manage Crystal Palace for the FM26 Beta Save. My name's Mark and on today's episode we have for you two games as usual. It's the UEFA Champions League League Phase Matchday 8 against Sparta Prague away from home, and it's a game that we must win if we are to secure a playoff place. We might be able to do it if we lose, but we need to win to secure it. And then we have a Premier League match day 25 against Nottingham Forest at home. Just so you know, I'm wearing the last season's away kit, I think it was, or third kit, mainly because I originally bought all the kits because of FM25. Of course, FM25 never happened, and then we replaced all the new kits for FM26. So I just thought I'd give it a bit of a run out. That's why I'm wearing it to start today's episode. As I said, we have the two games in today's episode. Last time out, of course, we managed to get 4 goals past Rapid Vienna, which has put us in this position where a win today would secure a playoff place. And, of course, a 3-2 win against Fulham. It was a bit of a squeeze to get there, really, in the end. Just a quick recap. We will recap on the Champions League in just a moment. Let's have a quick check on the Premier League as it stands going into today's episode. You can see there that Brighton and Coventry and Manchester United and Brentford will play fairly shortly. I think we left it at the end of the last episode where there were still games to be played on the Sunday. Tottenham beat Brentford by 2-0. Chelsea beat Brighton by 2-1. So going into today's episode, we are top on 54. Tottenham, having won against Brentford, are still there right behind us, just separated on goal difference. Manchester City, they have a game in hand, so they could be on equal to us. Could actually, in fact, overtake us if they win that game in hand as it stands at the moment, because they would only need 3 goals in order to achieve that, and they might even do it outside that based on head-to-heads or whatever it is that differentiates. Liverpool have a game in hand. They're in 4th on 49 points, but if they were to win their game in hand, they would still be 2 points adrift of us as it stands. And then team that's coming up in the next episode, Arsenal. They're in a bit of an indifferent run of form at the moment. 46. They're in 5th place on 46 points, some 8 points adrift of us as it stands, and they have played 24 games, so they've got no games in hand. Right, that's brought you up to date with the Premier League. Let's go and check in then as our first game of the episode against Sparta Prague is in the Champions League as it stands at the moment. We are down in 19th place. As you know, top 8 go through to the knockout stages, but they will have basically a bit of a wait because the following 16 teams from 9th, which is currently Bologna, and down to 24th, which is Sparta Prague, our opponents today. So they will be battling because they're not guaranteed in any manner, shape or form a place in these playoff stages, as it is in Inter Milan as well, are down there. So it's all to play for, and a win is the only thing that will pretty much secure us a playoff place. So that's what we must go out and do. So we've played 7, won 3, drawn 1, lost 3. Of course, that win against Rapid Vienna last time out. Sparta Prague last time out having a win. Doesn't say what their last win was. That's not very helpful, is it? But anyway, yes. In fact, it might tell us on here. Sparta Prague. Does it tell us on here? They may played on the Tuesday. No, they didn't. There they go. 3-1 win against Legia Warsaw, I think that is. So that was it. Everybody, of course, playing on the Wednesday today because it's the last round of games. And so there's no advantage of knowing whether you need to do certain things and all the rest of it. Everybody playing at the same time. Right, without any more to do then, let's go and have a look at the side that will face Sparta Prague in our final league phase match of the Champions League. And here is the side that faces Sparta Prague in this Champions League match day 8. The final game of the league phase. Can we qualify for the knockout stages? Well, at least the playoffs to get to the knockout stages. Henderson is in goal. It's Angore, Guy, Dragosin and Manus across the defensive line. Doucouré as that deep defensive midfielder. It's Wharton ahead of him in central midfield. And then, well, in fact, we set it up like this. Pino, Uche and Sarr then across the attacking midfield. Nketiah gets the nod up front in life after Mateta, of course. And, Bireth, who scored on the last 2 outings, is on the bench today. And the rest of the bench looks like this. It's Benitez, Guy, Mitchell, Kapora, Lacroix, Raksaki, Lerma, Esse, Yarami, Jaden Dans, Richards and Bireth. And here we are in Prague, playing Sparta Prague, playing a flat back 3 today. They haven't got many substitutes. They haven't got a full quota of substitutes. They are in 24th place. We are in 19th. And of course, Xerxes not available today. He's not registered. The window for registration for the Champions League doesn't open until the transfer window shuts and actually go to the next phase of the competition. And we're playing in goal today, hence why I've changed my shirt. And Prague playing in a maroony colour with white shorts. And Prague get the game underway. And Sarr off his feet. Good job he won that ball. Manus, Doucouré, Wharton, Sarr. Like recent games, we're going to have to be patient, I think. Uche and Nketiah. Through to Uche. Uche's created a bit of space and Uche's put it away. His 4th goal in 8 matches in this competition. And it was well worked, very tight in that midfield, but they created the space. Uche just saw a little bit of a window there, ran through it and tucked it away past the goalkeeper, and we go 1 up on 8 minutes. Hochmeister as Sparta Prague come forward. Mikas as definitely coming through the lines. They're through and a good save by Henderson in goal. You can see the corner. Danek with the corner. Swung in, it's headed away. Oof, somehow it's gone wide again. And we're going to see the corner from the other side. Danek takes the corner from that side. Swung in, headed away by Guy, but only as far as, and it's back out to Danek. Danek wriggling around there, couldn't find a way through, and it's gone for another corner. Under pressure then from these corners. Still not cleared. Stefan looking to get it away, and he's been brought down by Manus. And Manus picks up a yellow card. And it's Klein standing over the ball. And he's gone. It's come back off the crossbar. Sarr is away with the ball. And we're on a counter-attack here. And Nketiah staying on side. Sarr waiting for support. And Gorey out on that far side. Pino loses the ball as they pump one forward. He's headed back to Wharton. Pino, Wharton finds Uche. Uche chips it to Sarr. Oof. And I think it's gone for a corner. Stefan on the ball as the half-hour mark comes up. And one goal isn't going to be enough, but that's won by Uche in midfield. Sarr, counter-attack on. Pino now crosses it in. And I don't know how that didn't go in. It was well saved. And I think I'm just going to go back a wee bit just to see if we can see. Yeah. Into the area. It's crossed in. And who's this here? Nketiah tries to get the shot away. And I'm not sure if it's come off the post or the goalkeeper. Either way, it's gone for a corner. Corner on that far side. Wharton to Pino. Back to Wharton. Back into Pino. Pino trying to create a bit of space. Couldn't do it. Wharton, though, is coming into the area. Wharton back to Doucouré. It's come back off the woodwork. And Manus tidies up. Doucouré holding the ball up. Manus, it's gone too hard. And it's gone for a throw. They have a corner. Seem to have seen a lot of their corners, not a lot of ours. And this is dangerous. Ooh. Oh. Shot away. And Clan has got them level on 38 minutes. Held the lead for about half an hour. But the track was coming our way. And eventually they created the space. Tried to defend it, but it was Stefan getting it through to Clan. And he put it past Henderson. And it's 1-1. As we head towards half-time. 2 minutes added on at half-time. And another corner. We don't want to go in behind at half-time if we can help it. Manus is there, but Manus can only do just punts it upfield, which is a bit mad. But Henderson collects that ball. In the second of 2 minutes added on, Henderson comes all the way out. And it is half-time. At half-time, possession is 50%. We're a 1-1. We held that game for a long time and then let them in towards the end of that first half. We were in control and they've capitalised on it. We've had 11 shots, 7 on target. They've had 9 shots, 7 on target. Slightly better XG than them, but we need more goals. And Nketiah getting us underway for this second half. Uche on the ball. Wharton. Manol out wide, but Sarr tracks back and tidies up. Manus needing that support. Manus round his man. Manus cuts back. He's got Sarr out there. Sarr along the line. Sarr inside. Nice ball. Manus, and it's in the back of the net. Uche scores. And we go back in front on 52 minutes. Sarr through the legs of the defender. Manus is there to pick the ball up. And then all Manus had to do was run it along the 6-yard box. And it was Uche tucking it away. Nketiah on the ball. Nketiah gone out to the left wing. Gahi heads it into Uche. Uche to Pino. Pino to Lerma. Back to Pino. Manus wriggling around there. Lerma. Uche. Back heels it to Pino. Shot from distance. It's just gone wide. It's gone for a corner, in fact. 3 minutes added on at the end of this game. Are we going to succeed with a 2-1 win? Let's hope so. We're going to get one more highlight. Wharton, Uche, Nketiah to Wharton. Uche, who's on a hat-trick. Angore, Nketiah crosses this ball. It's headed away, and they're on a counter-attack. And Klein has equalised. Question of whether he was offside. I'm thinking he was. He was offside. Thank goodness for that. He looked like he was. Oh, look. When that ball was played. Oh, no, the ball's well in play there. But he seemed to be yards offside, and it was disallowed. And it's all over. We have won the game by the scruff of our necks. 52% of the possession, 19 shots, 13 on target. In fact, I don't think they had any shots on target in that second half, because I think 9 and 7 was their half time. We've really dominated that second half, pushed our XG up to 2.48. So a 2-1 win has got us over the line. We'll have a look and see where that leaves us. We beat Sparta Prague 2-1 in the end. Sparta Prague missing out. They finish in 26th place. Let's have a look at the table then, just to confirm all those positions. Real Madrid, Liverpool, Newcastle, Paris Saint-Germain, Arsenal, Manchester City, Bologna, Eintracht Frankfurt will all be in the knockout stages. They miss the playoffs, and then all the teams below them, from Marseille down to Monaco, who just managed to squeeze in there on goal difference, will be in the playoffs. The draw for that, I guess, is coming very, very soon. And as soon as we've got knowledge of what that is going to be, we will let you know. Not appearing on there at the moment. Right, it is 3 days down to the game against Nottingham Forest. Come back just ahead of that with any news. Well, before we go to the match against Nottingham Forest, Premier League match day 25, can tell you that Daniel Manus has picked up, picking up that yellow card, has actually received a one-match ban in the European competition, so he missed the first leg of the UEFA Champions League knockout playoff round. I think it's two-legged. Double check. It might not be. It might only be one leg. Either way, he will miss that part of the competition, that is for sure. So more about that. The draw being made on the 2nd of February. Of course, we are close to the transfer window slamming shut as well. I don't think we're going to be doing any more transactions in that. The Premier League, on Wednesday, the games Brighton and Coventry, a 1-1 draw. Manchester United beaten Brentford by 1-0. And Fulham have beaten Everton on Friday night by 3-1. Which means that the table really hasn't adjusted that much. We're still top. We need to win against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest down in 19th place on 19 points. They've lost 3, drawn 2 of their last 5 games. And I would like to think we should be able to get a win. And here is the team that faces Nottingham Forest in this Premier League match day 25. And the team is a familiar one. Not many changes. Henderson is in goal. Mitchell comes in for Angori on the left-hand side. It's Gahey and Drogosan in central defence. Manus is out on the right with Lerma as the defensive midfielder today. With Dekuri moving forward. Wharton has a rest, and the attacking midfield. Sarr moves to the left-hand side. Pino to the right. Uche remains in the 10 slot, and Zirkzee gets a start up front today. The bench then looks like this. It's Benitez, Guy, Angore, Lacroix, Esse, Araksaki, Wharton, Nketiah, and Bireth. Here we are back at Selhurst Park for this game against Nottingham Forest. Wasn't too sure whether it was going to start up there for a minute. In fact, I think it's having a bit of a funny 5 minutes, and we've not seen our bit. They're playing a 4-4-2 today. 6 changes to the side that beat Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League. As the teams come out onto the pitch. Nottingham Forest in all white tonight. And we get underway. Guy to Mitchell. And Nottingham Forest have a highlight. Mitchell putting in the tackle. Keeps him out wide. The cross comes in. It's headed away by Pino. And a shot over the top. Pino with a corner. Swung in. Cleared. Xerxes. Pino. Pino finds Mitchell. Mitchell finds Drogosan. Lerma. Out to Manus. Manus. Trademark run to the byline. And it's Jeremy Pino putting it away. Making it 1-0 on, I think it's just about 6 minutes. Manus just drops his shoulder. Gets past the last man. Pulls it back. And Pino just side foots it into the net. Drogosan on the ball. Gay. Ducouré to Drogosan. Lerma back to Gay. Drogosan. Very patient build up here. Lerma. Drogosan finds Pino. Pino inside to Uche. Uche has a go, but he's wide on this occasion. And Pino with a corner. Swung out. Ooh, shot come in, and I think it was Mitchell that fired that shot in. It's come out. Sarr is there to tidy up. Mitchell. Gay. Gay finds Ducouré. Pino, who's robbed. Lerma heads it forward. Uche. Sarr. Mitchell. Mitchell crosses it in. And it's Uche who puts it away. Question whether Mitchell was offside. It is being checked. But it is a goal. Mitchell was definitely onside. And I think Uche was as well. As we head towards half time. 2 minutes to be added on at the end of this first half. And it's all over. And we have had control of this first half. 54% of the possession, 9 shots, 6 on target, 0.86 on the XG. They've had 5 shots, just 1 on target, 0.38. So far, so good. And it's Nottingham Forest getting us underway for the second half. No changes I'm aware of. And we've made a raft of changes. Lerma to Bireth. Bireth coming on for Xerxes. Nketiah. Ducouré. Uche to Lerma. Lerma goes out to Guy, who's come on for Manus. Raksaki cross it in. And Bireth gets his 3rd goal for us. He's come on as a substitute and he's made it 3-0 on 62 minutes. Well worked this. Guy puts it into space for Raksaki. Raksaki had already had a look up. All he had to do was put it in that 6-yard box, and Bireth was there to put it away. Celis. Ian. They've made a number of changes as well. Karma. Out to Fernandez Pardo, who's come on. Back out to Fernandez Pardo. But Raksaki is better. Uche fires one looking for Biret. Biret controls, but puts it wide. And as we fast approach the 90-minute mark, 5 minutes added on at the end of this game, it's looking like a 3-0 win. And it's all over. It is a 3-0 win, and a comprehensive one at that, albeit Nottingham Forest did have a lot of that second half. We tired up, I think, mainly because of the exertions in midweek in the Champions League, but we have performed reasonably well and got the goals when we needed to get the goals to give us that 3-0. We changed it up a little bit and just sort of held them off realistically, albeit Henderson did have a good game. They had 12 shots, 2 of which were on target. We had 15 shots, 9 on target, 2.05 versus 0.65 on the old XG. They had 51% of the possession against our 49%. Again, I think because we were somewhat tiring, but a good day at the office, and it does mean we stay top. Well, with the early matches being played, Bournemouth drew 4-4 with bottom of the table Brighton. That was a bit of a shock result for them, really. Brentford beating Arsenal, even bigger shock. Arsenal taking a thumping against local rivals Brentford, which means Arsenal drop into 5th place. Coventry a 1-1 draw against Leeds. Leeds not going too badly. Manchester City beat Aston Villa in the earlier game 3-0, took the top of the table, albeit temporarily. Norwich beating Newcastle by 2-1. I think Newcastle labouring possibly because of their exertions again in the Champions League midweek. Ipswich Town 3, West Ham 1 near the bottom of the table. It does mean Ipswich managed to pull themselves a little bit further clear as it stands at the moment. West Ham in 13th place, and of course our 3-0 win over Nottingham Forest means that Nottingham Forest now are some 5 points adrift of Manchester United, who play tomorrow. They play Chelsea tomorrow. Chelsea in 6th place, and Tottenham, who could come back in behind us. They are 3 points adrift at the moment with the game in hand, as are Manchester City. We could have done with a couple more goals, to be honest. Goal difference is labouring slightly, but they will play Liverpool. So third plays fourth tomorrow, 6-pointer in that one. We'll bring you up to date with that as we come into the next episode, of course. And of course, all the roundup of the transfer window that will slam shut. Well, I did see Raksaki's injured. I didn't see that. He's out for 2 to 4 weeks. I didn't see him injured. Had sprained knee ligaments. I missed that completely. Oh dear. That's not good news. We need 2 players to have a rest as well. There's a number of players, but it says 2 players in need of a rest. Uche and Gehi. Well, we got 7 days down to the next game, so we can rest everybody anyway. But yeah, that's not good news, is it? We are going to come straight back because it is a top of the table clash, albeit Arsenal in a bit of a wonky vein of form, and I suggest it's a good opportunity to meet them because we've not beaten them so far in this series. Lost to them in the last 2 occasions that we've met them, and only managed to draw at the Emirates Stadium in the early part of last season, and the same tie last season here at Selhurst Park. We lost 3-1 on that occasion. Pino the scorer for us, and Martelli and Gyökeres the scorers for Arsenal. So we definitely need to see if we can get them while they're at a bit of a low ebb, and let's hope Raksaki's back very, very soon. Sunderland is our second game of the next episode in the FA Cup 4th round as we try to get through to the 5th round. I hope you can join me for that, but I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Where Eagles Dare as they are released. I'll try and get them out at 4:15 on a Monday and a Thursday for Where Eagles Dare. Apologies for today's being a little bit late, but the best way to keep up to date with what's happening on the channel is follow me on X at JustOffside2. Hope to see you for the next episode. Thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.